It is a truth, universally acknowledged, that an 8-week-old puppy in possession of an excellent pedigree must be in want of a master. There were 7 of us. The girls, Snow and Stella, could be real bitches, even at 8 weeks. As soon as you found a really chewy piece of straw, one of the girls would be thwacking you with a paw and whining, "I want that." And of course, if you were sleepy and couldn't be bothered to give her the snap and nose clamp she deserved, but actually let her have the bone of contention, guess what? Chewy straw abandoned within 2 seconds in favor of someone else's shiny pebble, as long as someone else was still interested in it. Now, if I saw one of the others with something particularly interesting, I'd at least enjoy it for a while, preferably with him watching, after I'd stolen it. But that was girls for you, or at least some of them. So it was no surprise that Snow had been jumping on straw piles from the age of 6 weeks, announcing to the world that she was staying. She'd heard the human discussing which one with another human, and it was her. No matter how many times Mother cuffed her and told her not to think she was top soon-to-Gaia show queen, not for a few years yet, she sparkled her little teeth and shook her little ears for anyone who could be watching. Stratos and I worked on our drools and caught her a few times, which made us feel a bit better. And even though Mother declared that champion qualities have a long way to develop beyond 8 weeks, and, with a glare at Snow, good character is very important, Stella was irritated enough to compromise her own champion qualities with a sly snap at Snow's neck. After a while, we stopped reacting. Every time Snow started, I reminded Stratos that we wanted adventures, and everyone knows that adventures are elsewhere. Little did I know. And then, just when we'd grown immune to Snow chanting all the time, Stella told us she was going to fly. Not that we were stupid enough to believe her, of course, but we rolled her in a puddle just for having the cheek to try it on. We'd seen flying. The chickens did it sometimes, but not very well. Even though they were 2 enclosures away from us, we could see them through the wire fence, squawking, clucking, and flapping. Then there were the buzzards, hawks, and eagles. If you were lying on your back after being rolled, you might hear a screech or a whistle, and there, high, high in the sky, glided a speck. Not really what we called flying, or rather what Septimus called flying. That required frenzied activity. My eldest brother had a real thing about flying. According to him, a jay was perfect. He liked the hop, run, and power launch. He demonstrated for us, sometimes flying up as high as the apple crate, then a hop, a run, and a tease along branch, followed by a low, swooping flight among the trees in the orchard. Or in this case, one bounce along an apple crate, followed by a hard landing on concrete. But he still thought he could do it one day, if he got the technique right, and he spent hours by the fence on the left of our run, the orchard side. So when Stella said she was going to fly, we all thought she was making it up to spite Septimus, even though no one could work out why. We were just sorting her out in a mass pile-up when Mother arrived. Some deft snaps, a paw to the left, a paw to the right, and the puppy pile rearranged itself into suitably cowed individuals. Of course, Stella said straight off that we were picking on her, when all she'd done was tell us that she was going to fly. We waited for Mother to tell her she was too old for making up stories. All she said was, And they didn't believe me, Stella whined. At least I will say this for Snow. She wasn't a whiner. And when I met up with her later on, she tried to put in a good word. But that's jumping too far ahead. Mother bared her teeth at us all. Just a little reminder how far we could go with her. I'd estimated at less than 1 claw space. Stella is going to fly, she stated. The human says so.